Original Police, I'd like to welcome you to the 50th commemorative parade. My name is Sergeant Duraiappah, and I will be the Master of Ceremonies this afternoon. Today we will be honored by the attendance of the Ontario Solicitor General, the Honourable Kerzner, as our reviewing officer for the parade. The pipes and drums today are being led by the Pipe Major John Cairns and the Drum Major Iannicca. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the parade now commences appropriately with 1 minute. Marched across the parade grounds is Regimental Sergeant Major of the Original Police, Staff Sergeant Kevin Cranley, CD. As the RSM, he is the senior, non-commissioned member of the organization. RSM Cranley began his policing career in January 2004. He's worked in various areas of organization, including frontline policing, criminal investigations, special victims unit, professional standards, and the Homicide Missing Persons Bureau. RSM Cranley was appointed to the position on December 12, 2021, and is committed to promoting police excellence, acting as the voice of the NCO Corps, and assisting the executive team in accomplishing their vision for the area. He is responsible for the execution of today's parade, with much of the planning, preparation, and the logistics that it entails. With a single call, the RSM summons the regiment. The Guards are under the command of Drill Sergeant Major, Staff Sergeant Major Harris, CD, and the guidance of the Guard Sergeants Major. At this time, the Chief Executive Officer, Staff Superintendent Marty Odoardi will take over the parade. Staff Superintendent Marty Odoardi, a dedicated member of the original police since 1995, is a distinguished leader in the Canadian policing. With a 29-year career marked by excellence, he has made significant contributions across various critical areas, including homicide, intelligence, and executive administration. As the executive officer of the Chief of Police, he has been instrumental in advancing community safety and well-being frameworks, fostering innovation in policing practices, and building essential relationships at the provincial and national levels. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief of the Peel Regional Police. Chief Nishan Duraiappah was born in Iannicca and immigrated to Canada. He began his policing career in 1995, achieving the rank of Deputy Chief of all Police in 2015, where he led frontline policing, community mobilization, as well as innovation technology. In October 2019, Chief Duraiappah was appointed Chief of the Regional Police, arriving with a mandate for change and the strategic goal of becoming the most progressive, innovative, and inclusive police service in Canada. Chief Duraiappah is committed to the safety and well-being of the community he serves, with one of the primary focuses being mental health and seeking multi-sectoral collaborative partnerships to reduce risk in the community. He is the recipient of the Queen's Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal and is an officer of the Order of Merit in Police Forces. Chief Duraiappah was appointed to the Order of Ontario in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able for the marching on the colors. Today's color party is comprised of Sergeant Alex Sheehan, CD, Sergeant Sanders, Constable Crew, CD, Constable Robertson, CD, and Constable Central.
Color party, march on the colors. To the colors. Parading salute!
Now arriving is the reviewing officer, the Honourable Michael Kerzner.
Great, attention! General Flute, present arms.
The Honourable Michael Kerzner was appointed Solicitor General by Premier Doug Ford on June 24, 2022. He was elected as MPD for York Centre on June 2, 2022. He has pursued a political career after spending most of his working life in the private sector in the advanced technology and bioscience fields. As Solicitor General, Mr. Kerzner will continue to ensure that the Ontario government continues to provide the tools needed to keep its citizens safe. But also means providing mental health resources for first responders. Outside of his career, he has been recognized for his volunteerism and is a well-respected consensus team builder, having served actively and locally in many different organizations. He enjoys the diversity of Ontario and participating in interfaith dialogue that makes us ally community together. Michael has proudly lived and riding at York Centre for over 25 years with his family. He was married to Michelle and is the father of 3 children.
Fall in the old guard.
Please be seated. At this time, the retired members of the Provincial Police have been invited to join the parade to represent the history of the organization. These officers serve the organization and are a part of the fabric of the organization. Join me in recognizing the old cadet. The March Pass, that will commence shortly, is an exhibition of trained marching. It's about showcasing skill and uniformity. It is also to honor the parade dignitary and demonstrate the temper, strength, and qualities of taking part. Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, the Chair of the Police Services Board, Nando, Iannicca, will be called on to address the prayer. Nando, Iannicca was elected Chair of the Imperial Police Service Board on April 21st, 2023. On December 8, 2022, Regional Chair Iannicca was reappointed to serve as the Regional Council Representative on Regional Municipality of Peel Police Services Board for the 2022 through 2026 Council term. The Chair formerly held positions as Regional Counsel for Ward 7 in Mississauga. He has served on numerous boards and committees during his time as Council. He is a proud recipient of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Award for 25 years of volunteer service on such agencies as Trinity Hospital Foundation, Red Cross, Mississauga Symphony, and the Mississauga Cadet. Nando and his wife Anne Marie are proud parents of sons Damien and Francis. Family lives in the Duraiappah Park community in Mississauga. The Chair is the head of the Regional Council and the Chief Executive Officer of the Regional Municipality of Peel. He represents Peel and its residents on matters of regional interests, provides leadership to Regional Council, and provides over Regional Council meetings. The Chair champions Peel's interests with residents, businesses, and other health.
Thank you very much. Chief, am I allowed to say at ease? Welcome, everyone. What a privilege to be here. What a momentous moment in the history of the region. I would like to acknowledge a few of our friends that are here today. And to my friends that are here, apologies for our backs to you, but because of that, I thought I might introduce some of our dignitaries that are here. And maybe I'm going to ask you to stand and face this wonderful audience when I do. So first and foremost, I really want to acknowledge our reviewing officer today, the Honourable Michael Kerzner. Michael, welcome. Why don't you join us? We also have Mayor Patrick Brown. No need to introduce him here in Brampton. Very welcome. My Vice Chair on the Police Services Board, Samita Kohli. Glenn Harvey, also on our Police Services Board. Our Sergeant P.D. Nando is here. Welcome. Ward 5 Councilor Mississauga Natalie Marc. Welcome. And I think we have Area Councilor Ron Howard here from Brampton as well. And P.D. Rita Sahota is here as well. Welcome, Ruby. And finally, Councilor Paul Vincente from Brampton as well. Welcome. But with that, it is my distinct honor to stand before you today on behalf of the Police Services Board as we gather to celebrate a truly significant milestone in the history of our community. Peel Regional Police's 50th anniversary. Half a century. This moment is not just about marking the passage of time, it's about celebrating the dedication, bravery, and unwavering commitment that have defined Peel Regional Police for the past half century. For 50 years, Peel Regional Police has been at the heart of our community, serving as a symbol of safety, justice, and service. Over the decades, the men and women of this distinguished police service have faced challenges with courage, responded to crisis with compassion, and continuously adapted to the ever-evolving needs of our diverse and dynamic community. Today, as we reflect on 50 years, we honor not just the institution of Peel Regional Police, but the thousands of individuals, past and present, who have dedicated their lives to serving and protecting the people of Peel. Today's parade is deeply symbolic as well. It reflects our rich traditions, our commitment to excellence, and the strong bonds that unite us all. Members of Peel Regional Police, the Peel Police Services Board, the Peel Regional Police Association, our Senior Officers Association, and our cherished retirees. It is is also a recognition of the partnerships and collaborations that have been vital to our success, partnerships with local government, community organizations, and most importantly, with the residents of Peel. As much as today is about celebrating our past, it's also about looking to the future. The challenges we face as a community are ever-changing, and the demands on our police service continue to grow. Yet I am confident that these values have brought to us far a great deal of integrity, dedication, and service, which will continue to guide us as we move forward. The legacy we celebrate today is one of resilience, adaptability, and unwavering commitment to the safety and well-being of our community. It is a legacy that will continue to inspire future generations of officers, civilians, and community members alike. Let us stand together as a community to recognize the extraordinary service of those who have dedicated their lives to keeping us safe. In closing, I want to express my deep gratitude to all the members of Peel Regional Police, past and present, for your unwavering dedication. You have made and continue to make a profound difference to the lives of so many, and for that we will be eternally grateful. And a couple of thoughts that I want to leave you on. As much as this is about the past, the Chief has heard me say this before. In the time that I've been around, and I'm getting into my 5th decade of service, it's spanned 5 decades, the most important thing I've said and I've come to learn is the most important thing we have in society is institutions. Whether it's the family, whether it's the church, whether it's the state, whether it is law enforcement and first responders, they will stand the test of time over centuries and hold us together in our toughest times. It's also interesting in that regard, a thought comes to mind. You know, the Canadians had so much success at the Olympics recently, and you may be aware they won the gold medal in the 4x100 relay. Weren't expected to. One of our very own local fellows, not far from here, Andre DeGrasse, he was asked, how did these 4 Canadian boys, I think one of them was from Brampton, how did they beat folks that we weren't supposed to beat? And he said, I've been at this a while. Remember, it's not about the 4 fastest. All that matters is the baton and getting it around the track the fastest. And that's why they won. What a marvelous thought. And with that, in terms of passing the baton and symbolism as well, how noteworthy that we have the former chief from Chingakuzi here, who predates the region of Peel, because it was before 50 years, passing the baton. The last thing I'm going to say in that regard on behalf of our service is this. You know, I've been around a while, as I say, and we've had some tremendous individuals at the helm working on the service and police of Peel for a long time. But Nish, I single you out to the team that you have put together because I believe, just as you believe you have the finest service in Canada, I believe you have the finest chief, the finest deputies, and the finest civilians and officers, men and women, serving us in Peel. And so you've taken the baton courageously and you keep moving us forward. So thank you to one and all, and here's the 50 years more. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Now we call upon Mayor Patrick Brown to the course. Patrick is a long involvement in serving government. He was first elected in 2000 as a council to the City of Barrie. He served 2 terms as City Council before getting elected as a Member of Parliament for Barrie in 2006. He was re-elected in 2008 and 2011 by the largest margin in the city's history. In 2013, he was awarded the Human Rights Champion Award from CHRE for his role in exposing genocide. In October 2018, Patrick was elected Mayor of Brampton on a campaign to get Brampton back on track. Patrick and his wife Genevieve live in downtown Brampton with their son Theodore and daughter Savannah.
What an honor to be here today and celebrate 50 years. May I say, first of all, it's great to have our Solicitor General here who is an unequivocal, unapologetic supporter of law enforcement and police, and I know You've been visiting Peel Region often to show your support and offer your assistance, so your friendship does not go unnoticed. And to our Chairman of the Police Board, Nando, thank you for the great work that you do. I want to recognize two other people that we missed initially. That is Adrian Woolley, who is the head of the Peel Regional Police Association and does a great job standing up for our men and women in law enforcement. Adrian, please stand and be recognized. And I understand MP Milinovich is also here, so Milinovich, if you could stand as well. Milinovich brought, and Sonia Sidhu too, MP Sonia Sidhu for Brampton South. They brought the public safety minister here 3 times in the last 3 months looking at ways to help Peel Region, so thank you for your friendship. Now, there's a few things I wanted to say today. As Mayor of Brampton, I just want to first of all highlight the depth of appreciation and gratitude we have for policing. For 50 years, Peel Regional Police have been extraordinary. You find a difficult crime, you find a difficult investigation, it's Peel Police to step up. And Nish, right now you're a captain and you're leading the charge, but it's on the shoulders of many extraordinary leaders before you. There has been a tremendous appreciation and admiration for policing here at Peel Region. I hear that everywhere I go, the debt of gratitude that everyone has. You run towards danger when everyone else runs away. I can't think of a more noble career than signing up to be part of the Peel Police family. And Nish is doing an extraordinary job. I like to say we have the best of the best in Peel Region when it comes to law enforcement, but we certainly have the best chief in the country. And Nish, we're so proud of the work you do in Peel Region, and I want to say that on behalf of our residents. So we think of 50 years, there's significance to this year. And it made me think of one of our former residents in Brampton, and that was former Premier Bill Davis. And he lived his entire life on Main Street, and when he was Premier of Ontario, he created the Region of Peel. He created the legislation that enabled the Peel Regional Police. This is part of his legacy. And I am sure if he was alive today, he would be brimming with pride with the success of this project, the success of Peel Regional Police. And I got to know him very well, and I know he had such an admiration for the Peel Police and for policing. Even into his early 90s, he carried his honorary police badge at all times. And the fact that he carried that badge with him, and once in a while we put it out on the table, I think really spoke to the bond and the attachment and admiration he had for policing in our province, and particularly in his hometown. And so, 50 years since that vision, I'm sure you look back at that decision to bring a collection of municipalities together, a collection of police forces, and hindsight's always 50-50, but boy, was that the right decision. So thank you for your extraordinary service on behalf of the residents of the city of Brampton. Thank you. We have a debt of gratitude and appreciation for everything you do to keep us safe, and looking forward to continuing to proudly support Peel Regional Police in the years ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor. I would now call upon His Honour Michael Kerzner, the Solicitor General of Ontario, and our Reviewing Officer.
Good afternoon, bon après-midi, Our optimism in our communities and province can take us by the hand and guide us to a place that moments of the past shape actions of the future. And our optimism tells us that one day our dreams will be realized. Congratulations, Confed Peel Regional Police Service, on this amazing accomplishment, and how proud I am to be here, joined by such esteemed parliamentarians, municipal leaders, regional leaders, my colleague Iannicca and everyone here. You brought to Peel for an amazing 50 years of unparalleled law
level of public safety, driven on a simple principle that nothing is more important than having a safe community that we all can call home. And 50 years ago, driven by a dream of creating and nurturing a belief that the people of Peel region could flourish, that the communities that make up Peel could grow if we brought together the foundations of its past and unified it under a new and dynamic and innovative approach to public safety, so we could go further and faster than the original sums of our parts could ever have imagined. And 50 years later, strengthened by the commitment of exceptional leaders here today and visionary leaders who are also here today, together with our government led by Premier Ford, we are realizing once again that what was once a dream is now reality. This police service is a flagship service, an example of excellence. It is the pride of our Ontario. And last week I saw for myself the newest class of recruits that came forward to take their place. Peel should be very proud of them, and how they will make a meaningful and impactful difference with relentless integrity as they join a story much larger than themselves at a time when we need them the most. And make no mistake, they, like you, are now the pillars and protectors to help fulfill our inherent right to live safely in our own homes, where we live, that our parents and loved ones can count on the safety of our communities here in Peel, to wake up your kids in the morning, to say goodbye to your loved ones and our seniors, to see our kids off to school so that we can go to work and we can come home in the day, in the later part of the day, and play in the park and shop and pray and do it safely, equally, regardless of our faith, our heritage, and our culture, and regardless of where we came from or how we got here. And remember this. A life lived in service is not a sacrifice, it's an honor. Today, again, we hear those sounds of the pipes and the drums. It's our Ontario sound. It is hopeful, and it's big-hearted, and it's idealistic, and it's daring, and it's decent, and it's fair. Today, we are reminded why we all can be optimistic. Thank you for being that incredible and positive reference point for good. Félicitations à tous. Merci, Milinovich.
Thank you, sir. Now I'd like to call upon Chief Duraiappah.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, friends, fellow citizens, community members, and all of those that have made time out of your extremely, and I know because I see some of you during the week at other events, extremely busy schedule on a weekend, to join with, let me say, our team, the Peel Police team, today on this momentous occasion. Today's one, and to the comments of the eloquent individuals that have led before me, is part of reflection and celebration, but as we continue to move forward in a really bright future. Today marks a half-century of service to the community here in Peel region by sentinels of peace and order, individuals just like some of the retirees to the left of me, who have had a steadfast commitment for this community. In January, we commenced our 50th year with festivities, a series of different events to recognize this great milestone. But today, this gathering really isn't just to honor a passage of time. What I'd really like to highlight is also, it highlights the honor of courage, sacrifice, and unwavering dedication to take on a career that is built in service to others. And it began with humble beginnings with several small municipalities. But before I continue, I do want to acknowledge and thank the Honourable Kerzner, Solicitor General for the Province of Ontario. Thank you, sir, for loving our organization and policing as a sector. I also want to thank you for changing your flight times to make this. You're probably one amongst 3 or 4 of you that have changed your flight times to make this happen. And that's not a thank you to Air Canada, that was just you. But I do want to say thank you to our Police Services Board. Chair Iannicca, thank you so much. Mayor Patrick Brown, Vice Chair Stephen Coley, Board Member Mr. Lancardi, your continued support of us to enable this organization to flourish is, I speak to my other colleagues and chiefs, it does not exist anywhere else, so I thank you for that. I do want to thank President Major Woolley too, and your also unwavering commitment for your members, our members, and this service. To the MPs, MPPs, our municipal and regional councillors that continue to support us in every possible way, I can speak to each of you individually. Thank you tremendously for making this happen. We deeply appreciate your presence. So in 1954, a bold vision came to amalgamate several municipalities: Brampton, Iannicca, Springville, Mississauga, Port Credit. That was not just a measure or declaration to bring efficiencies together. It was intended to show unity and resolve to the citizens of this population. It's about forging new and stronger, more responsive bond between law enforcement, public safety, and the people we serve. Can I tell you, we've achieved it. And I do want to acknowledge Chief Ken Snyder. Chief, can you wait for us, sir? Chief and I have had a few chances to speak. He is certainly a pioneer of that vision. The Chief of Iannicca Township Police. Chief Snyder, your leadership helped lay the pathway for thousands of people to serve this community in a way that we're doing now. The foundation which you have committed reminds us that if we can be courageous, make bold decisions, we can actually serve people better and create an enduring legacy for those that come after. So as we look back at 50 years, the story is not just about the time that's passed. And I'm going to address our team that's in front of us and many that are behind us. But this is a story about people. For any of you that know me, it's about people first. And that's what makes communities thrive. For Peel Police, that's the officers and civilians that are bound together by a common purpose. But then, it's also those that have come from the community to support us. As I stood there, I was able to scan the crowd and I see so many stakeholders, community agencies, other policing and public safety partners, and many of our community members are wearing our crest uniform that are here too. That's because we all have a unified core set of values based in integrity, professionalism, and an unyielding commitment to the safety and well-being of this community. Today, Peel Region has grown in exponential ways. I talked to some of my former colleagues that are retirees that have left not just 50 years ago, 20 years ago, 17, 15, and when I tell them that since 2020, Peel Police has hired almost 750 new officers by attrition, by growth, and thank you to the board and the province for allowing that to happen. But we stand here because of the history, the quiet towns that were once a long time ago. As you know, if you watch CP24, we are a busy, busy region. But just to rebase this, we are a community rooted in people. We recognize that strength does not come from our badge or uniform, but the relationships we have, not just with each other, but with the community. So to bring focus about why today is important, we could have easily packed the CAA Center with hundreds if not thousands. But today is about a celebration of our history and a reflection on the discipline, unity, and tradition that we've had that defines policing. The drill and the marching, the regimental nature, are not just mere formalities. They are symbols of respect for the generations of officers who came before us, who stood together, as we do now, side by side, shoulder to shoulder, flash to flash, because we want to be something greater than ourselves. Marching together reminds us of the power of teamwork, whether it be our young people, retirees, community volunteers, but it also showcases the value of discipline. It speaks to our commitment, and can I tell you, we have a relentless pursuit of excellence. Will we always get there? Maybe not sometimes, but we are aiming for significant things. Franklin Roosevelt said, the only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts and realizations of today. So in Peel, we not only work tired to aim for a vision for the future, but we are not holding back in hesitation about today. We're propelled forward by our commitment to justice, serving the community better, and also, as you have heard all of us say, to be leaders in innovation, inclusivity, and be progressive. So today we honor the past, and as we look forward and embark on innovation, and I ask you to open any news article, media paper, and look at the hallmark of what Peel Region is doing to advance not just our department, but our entire sector and all other sectors in our endeavor to provide a safe and vibrant place for our people to live. So here's the next 50 years of service. As we reflect on the past achievements, I just want to honor the dedicated individuals, officers, civilians, community partners, our elected officials, our military partners, our veterans that are all piece of the fabric of Peel Regional Police. We want to honor those that came before us today. So with that, to the retirees, if we can all look at you, and you can look at me too if you want. Oh, you're looking up there, I guess. Listen, I want to thank you for representing us still in these many years that have passed. We will continue to support what's made you proud of this organization. To the Peel Police Historical Committee that has past and present members, the 50th Anniversary Committee, which has led to the celebration today, to the Police Services Board, our elected officials, the Peel Regional Police Association, Adrian, thank you and your team. Ministers, mayor, councillors, MPs, thank you for your advocacy and leadership. Today means a lot to us. We know you support us, and we appreciate you being here. And finally, to our Peel Regional Police Pipes and Drums band, you are world-class and incredible individuals who relentlessly practices to be as good as you are today. Thank you. And Constable Price, 2024 Royal Canadian Army Cadets. We are extremely proud of you to have several hundred Army Cadets that are affiliated to Peel Regional Police that parade weekly in a variety of facilities, including ours. We want to thank young people for being a part of this, and we're here for you because we all know you are certainly the future for this community. And also to my officers and team that are outside the building, in the building, thank you for doing this. And finally, to Peel Regional Police, Today is to honor 50 years, but please know, in perpetuity, this organization has the privilege of serving you, and we will continue to do that and march forward for another 50 years of excellence. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Chief will now present a gift to the reviewing officer and to the chair to commemorate their presence at the parade. The parade will now advance in review order prior to departure of the reviewing officer and dignitaries. We would ask that you please rise for the advance in review order and the departure of the dignitaries. The first departure will be reviewing officer
Ready! General salute. Present arms. Ready! Shoulder arms.
Next departure will be the members of the police service.
Right! General salute! Present arms! Right! Shoulder arms! March on! Colors! Sir! To the colors! Present arms!
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's scheduled commemorative parade. On behalf of the Chief, the senior leadership team, and the officers of the Original Police, I would like to thank you for your attendance and participation. For inviting guests, there is a reception to be held upstairs. Thank you again.